Hey guys, how's it going? This is working? Okay. Let's see. Trying to figure out what I want to do tonight. What's up, me? Alright, let's see. I was thinking about doing another head, because I've been having a lot of fun with them. So I'm looking at some different heads. Let's see. And I have this one. Let's see. I might do. Hey, Sapphire, how's it going? Okay. Let's show you guys. What do you think about that one? Little super pointy chin. Elfish. Elvish. Hey, what's going on? Piano keys. I like the spelling on that. Piano. What's up, Sean? Hey, Gramps is right. I'm gonna start handing out Werther's originals. Oh man, I'm not old enough to be a grandpa. This is another Josh Black concept. I've been loving his concepts lately, so I was thinking about doing this one. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. I have a grandson. I have a grandson. I'm not old enough. Look at me. Do I look like a grandpa? Don't answer that. Oh, I gotta make sure this door is closed. Hold on a second. Night, guys, I'm streaming. Okay, how's it going? Oh, had to tell my other kids that I'm streaming so I can shush it. All right. Does this work for you guys? Here, let me show you some other ones. Maybe you guys can vote. I'm not all fancy like Ash with the voting thing. But let's see. Because I'm doing a challenge in my course right now for and the challenge is anything by Luigi. Let's see. Luigi Lucarelli. So let me find. Wait a minute. Let me drop this down so you guys can see it. So here's some of them. There's this one. You guys saw. I did this one already. And yeah, there's some pretty cool ones. Let's see. Hey, Piano Keys, you came over from YouTube. Cool. And then there's these. So this is the little elf head right here. Let me see. Let's go to some other ones. Those are all Josh Black, by the way. Then these are some Luigi ones. I love this dude's head. It's so funny. It's like another thumb head. I love thumb heads. Oops, that's Josh again. And there's these. Hey Dodo. Yep, these are Oculus sensors. That's true. So I could do this guy. He looks kind of fun. I like his lips. They're pretty cool. And he's got a really square head. That might be kind of fun. This guy. Yeah, they're all kind of fun. So if you have a preference, I think I might just try the elf girl. But what do you guys think? I'll give you a couple minutes to chime in. But those are the ones I'm thinking about. Okay. And yes, I'm a grandpa now. I'm a grandpa. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Elf Grill's cool. Okay. There's one. I really want to get into trying some of the hair stuff that like Danny Mac does in XM Studios. I want to get into some. Okay, cool. All right, Elf Grill. Here we go. Elf Grill. Okay. Oh, so I tried to record a video earlier today. Some feedback for one of my students, and so I turned the desktop audio off, so there's no audio that comes in to the recording from my desktop, right? So any computer sounds or music or anything, the recording won't pick it up. So I was playing some music just so I could hear music, so I could record and kind of talk over it. And then I guess I had the music loud enough that it was leaking out of these headphones and my microphone was picking it up, right? So then there's this really tiny faint music all the way throughout the recording. I try to throw it up onto YouTube, and YouTube copyright police go, "What? That's copyrighted music, that little that little skiff of music you got in there." I'm like, dang it. So I have to go in and be a audio guy and try to get it out of there. Whatever. Thanks, YouTube. So that's my little story of the day. All right. Let's get to it. You know what? I should do like a jaw shape instead of another sphere, because I reshape this every single time. You'd think I'd learn. Jaw shape. Because when it connects with the ear, that's kind of where I'm reshaping it every single time, because it's a sphere. You started the mini head sculpt video. Awesome. Very cool. I need to update that. Don't make her look nice and friendly. Do you want her to be like a warrior elf? That'd be cool too, right? This is the jaw shape I gotta do every time. What does that mean? What does Olsenize mean? Oh, that's a good one. Mr. Burns. I can't wait to see that. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Mike Black. He's so cool. Little bundle. Come on. Move it. Do I Olsenize things? I wonder if do I have a style? I know Danny Mac definitely has a style. I don't know if I have a style. Maybe I do. There's things like as a modeler, as an artist, when you find something that looks good, you tend to kind of, follow in those tricks. I guess they're tricks that you learn. Like, hey, that looks good. I'm going to keep doing that. All right. So I think that's kind of where some style comes from. That's why he come back for more. I want more. All right. Let's get this chin pointy. How you guys doing tonight? Another Tuesday night. Let's see. Ooh. Trying to get this thing centered. Nice. That's the best way. I can't believe Pixelogic already announced their ZBrush Summit this year. And yes, I will most likely go. I love the ZBrush Summit. And I went to that Formlabs thing last week. Sean was there. AccuCurve. Let's see. Yeah, it was a good time. Saw a lot of friendly faces. Nice. It's open till Sunday night. So you have till Sunday night to decide. Or until next time it opens. Either way. Either way. Okay. Let's see. This is going to be an interesting one. Oh, Wednesday night at 4 in the morning. What are you doing? Working on UVs. Wow. No spheres for you. All spheres. All spheres. Okay. Man, something. I'm getting old. I'm a grandpa. Messing up my back. Oh, it kills. So my wife did give me some, making fun of me. Gave me some Werther's Originals. Here you go. Oh, funny. I was laughing. Werther's Originals. I guess that's what grandpas give to their grandkids. Doing an elf pinup girl for Annam School. Oh, nice. Very nice. I know the folks over at Annam School. Angie Jones, right? Is that Annam School? She goes way back. Okay, let's get serious. Come on, you guys. All right, elf ears. There, done. Are they back that far? No. I turn on that local symmetry. Make them thin. Alright, let's see. I wonder if there's a deformer that I could use, like bend arc, maybe? Let's try this, trying it for the first time. Twist, radius, angle. Oop. This way. Oh. Hey Nick, how's it going, man? How many hours would you say a complete model takes you? You know, it depends on the complexity of the model, of course. But I like to average anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks-ish. Something like that. But it depends. Radius this way? What is this one? I'm just kind of... Oh, that's that way. Okay. Radius. Twist. Ooh. Hey, I wonder if I can go this way. I want to taper it, but not that much. This is crazy. Look at that. Yes, a female elf. Just trying it, right? Why not? Why not? Radius here. Angle. Ooh. That gives it some thickness. Now what is that? Is that a twist? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Well, that's that. That's enough. Enough of that. Going back to this snake hook brush. Things are getting too crazy. What is that tool? That is... I was just trying a bend deformer. And the bend deformers are inside the gizmo. Dorito ears, right? Whoop. Okay. let's get some real shape going. So I'm actually it's bigger than the concept right now. I'm just kind of looking at the overall shape, and then I'll scale it into place. So I'm gonna Z remesh this and stuff anyway. Let's see. Entertain. Let's see. What even is that tool? How are you? I wanted to ask you if you know an affordable service or a way to make a small production of your sculpts for sale. You know, I'm actually thinking. Excuse me. I'm actually considering doing some of the prints, some of the sculpts, and I'll do some little busts would be kind of fun. I'm getting a printer this year. Well, I shouldn't say I am. I want to get a printer this year. I want to get it. And then I am talking with some people trying to get some prints into production. That'd be super fun. Let's see. Man, I'm gonna need to check that out then. I didn't know there were deformers in the gizmo. Yes, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. And I just haven't played with them very much. So that's kind of why it was an experiment for me. It's like, oh, let's try this, see what it does. Patrick over on YouTube asks, are you going to be coming out with any tutorials or focusing on classes for now? I'm kind of past the tutorial thing. If I do any tutorials, they'll be for free on YouTube. I'm not going to do any small gumroads or anything like that. I'm kind of done with that. So, yeah, it's just the larger courses and maybe some free videos in the future. But I kind of just like doing this, you know. I like streaming and talking to you guys and working at the same time, and because this is kind of my personal challenge time right now. Like this is my personal work instead of my paid work. So I like this a lot. Let's see. Much smaller. Hey, what's up, a tennis slug? Can I attend your workshop and pay you when I get a job with my new... Come on, dude. No. Sorry. Not to be rude, but no. That's like saying, can I pay you in exposure? Same kind of thing. I'll give you a percentage of the Kickstarter when it funds. Sorry, man. Let's see. That's some crazy ear happening. Okay, I'll get that more into place when after we Z remesh it together. Yeah. I decided I'm gonna make a goblin instead. Just win a 3D printer at this year's ZBrush Summit, right? I should just do that. Why didn't I think about that? Thanks, Mike. That's what Justin Goby Fields did, and Eric Sosa, and gosh, why can't I remember his name? The guy who's won like 3 printers. Just do that. Hey, what's up, Mr. Neos? Okay. Just making elf girls, you know. Typical Tuesday night. Sorry, Mode Factor. You're usually kidding around, so I hope you're kidding around with me. Hope you're joking with me. I hope I didn't make you feel bad. Okay. That'd be crazy. Goblin elf hybrid, right? I've heard that that's kind of where goblins came from. Some kind of elf breed. I don't know. I could have my lore completely backwards. Although I do play some D&D. I don't oh, Furio. There you go. That's the thanks for that, Mike. I'm like, I can't remember that dude's name. Furio. Occasionally serious. Yep. He does. He's in a kind of a challenge all by himself, isn't he? He's like I cannot believe the quality of stuff that he does in such a short amount of time. It's crazy. Okay. Those ears are too high. And when I find problems, I sing them. Oh, thanks, Mr. Neos. And welcome to the stream if this is your first time. Who are you guys talking about? Okay, so there's this dude, Furio, that comes to the ZBrush Summit every year. And ZBrush Summit has a sculpt off. It's like, what is it? This will be the fourth. Is it the fourth year this year? Anyway, there's a sculpt off, and they usually do a hard surface group, like of is it 12 people in an organic group of 12 people, and they do a challenge that lasts like 3 or 4 hours, and then they give prizes away at the end. And I competed once. Some of you guys may have seen it if you've seen the ZBrush Summit in the past. I was on the organic side. And I did this dandelion. I don't know if I have that picture somewhere. I'd have to dig it. Yep, Furio Tedeschi. So he competes on the hard-edged side all the time. Or when I say all the time, I think he's won 4 years in a row or 3 years in a row, and he's won they usually give a printer for the first place, and they have this big giant belt, like a WWE belt. And anyway. So the first place winner always gets to come back and defend the title every year. And Furio's done it every single year. And that guy is in a different league, It's like all these guys are just kind of trying to get done in the short amount of time. And he's over there just like doing magic. So it's funny too, because 2 years ago... 2 years ago, when I saw him there, he comes up and he's like, "Hey Shane," he's all rubbing my chest like this, and somebody's taking pictures of us, so like in a sequence, and sometimes Google Photos will kind of stitch them together in an animation. So I have an animation of Furio rubbing my chest. It's pretty funny. I love that guy. He's awesome. All right, she's got a crazy forehead. And we'll get these distances worked out. She's got an extremely long nose. So, again, this is Josh Black. Hey, Squid Tank, what's up, man? Oh, thanks, Ronnie. How you doing, man? It's the hat. It's all in the hat. Do you have any tips on posing high poly sculpts? Is it best to do all detail first and then pose, especially if that detail is symmetrical? Yes. So I would take everything to as far as you possibly can in the neutral pose, and then you make subdivision levels for each of your pieces. So you have a high resolution and then a low resolution, because when you use this T-pose master right here down in the bottom left corner, T-pose mesh, you will be posing your low resolution mesh. So you shouldn't keep your mesh in high resolution when you go to pose it. So yes, I put as much detail and I get it as far as I can, even asymmetrically, the whole thing. So I build it all out in a neutral pose as far as I can possibly take it, and then I pose it. Just make sure you have subdivision levels. So yeah, don't try to pose a Dynamesh. You will cause yourself pain and suffering. So don't, or a model that's really high resolution that doesn't have any subdivision levels. So don't do that. Steer clear, and you'll be good to go. So I hope that helps. Let's see. You see a poster of me sculpting a stylized male? Oh, that's because they make a poster of what I sculpted last week. So next week they'll show what I sculpted this week, because it's because it's not done yet. So it's in the future. Big eyes. We're gonna make these big eyes. Split to unmasked points. Did I just change it to this character? No, that was a character I did last week. Hey Ronnie, dude, LA was fun, man. I hung out with Justin Gopi Fields and Dave. Oh, look at those eyes. Those are wonderful. Okay, let me hold on one second. Let's get this centered. I gotta focus for 1 sec. Hold on. Okay, and we'll push those in. Yeah, Justin Gopi Fields. Justin is he owns a studio in Hollywood, and it's called Ironclad Studio. It's so cool. I guess part of it is some old Charlie Chaplin studios, and it's kind of near the the Jim Henson Studios. It's kind of near the Jim Henson Studios. Hold on 1 second. I keep getting sidetracked because I want to make some progress here. And he has some just a really cool, like a 2 office space. No, it has 3. It has 3. And then he has 3 dogs, and he brings a couple of his dogs to work with him. There's a couple guys that work there with him, and he works on films. He works on like realistic films. He does concept for them. Super cool guy. Hey, from Ecuador. What's up, Junte? That looks cool. Watch that one later. Yeah, it turned out good. Last week's was fun. It was so fun. I went an hour over, and then I stayed up another hour not streaming and went even further. I'll open it up for you. Here, let me show you. Josh had 3. Okay. I'll show you how it turned out. Oh, I got transparency on. There you go. He's pretty fun, right? So the biggest thing that I wasn't paying attention to was his neck, how far out his neck was. And then I ran out of time, so I just painted his clothes on right here. I still need to build his shirt out, and because he's got kind of this puffy tuxedo shirt, and then the collar and stuff like that. So this is how it turned out last week. Oh, you know what, Attentive? It didn't look like this when I stopped streaming after the 3 hours last week. I took a lot of time. Well, I took another hour to really dial it in. It's hard to polish and focus when you're trying to talk, as you can tell, and when you're trying to read people's conversations. That last little polishy bit is quite difficult to hit when you're talking. So, all right, but I'm glad you guys like it. It turned out pretty fun. Let's see, and thank you guys, appreciate it. Where's the concept for that bust? For the one I did last week, let's see. It is right here. So it's that one. So this was also a Joshua Black. So he was a concept artist that worked with me on Disney Infinity. He's still at Avalanche right now. Avalanche got purchased by Warner Brothers. And then this is the sculpt I did the week before that. And looking back at this guy, see, I didn't hit that polish phase, so, and he kind of looks yellowish. I need to fix his skin tint. So, can you see the polys? No. I mean, you can, sure, if you want to. It's just a mess. Dude, Mode Factor, I like screwing with you, man. Hope you don't mind. All right, so this is what the polys look like. It's just a mess. It's a mess. And I can go down. There you go. There you go. So this was Z-remeshed. This was fun to do, this ear. And if you go back and watch last week, Mode Factor, I'm really messing with this new Z-remesher technique, and I like it a lot, where you create peaks and valleys to use as a guide for the Z-remesher to follow. And so that's kind of how I got all of these polygons to flow where I needed them to. And you can kind of see that it's getting out of control down in this area right here. But what do you say, Matt? Because it's not game ready, right? It's not or film ready. I couldn't really rig this for animation. I could, but it would suck, you know. I'd have to go in and like really do it. So whenever somebody asks to see the wires, it's because they want to see how well you've laid out the topology. And this is not intended for that purpose. This is just for a 3D render. So anyway, all right. Okay. If you're going to send it to rig, you're going to repurpose with a natural pose. So if I was to rig that guy, I would retopologize his whole head for sure. I would have to put new rings around his eyes and around his mouth, and I would open his mouth slightly so I could get a nice map bake. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you got to do to make it film or game ready. So, all right. Push these temples in. And I keep wanting to push this in. There we go. Because you want to have these eyes and the face kind of arc from looking below and looking above. That's kind of a rookie mistake is a lot of modelers make. They'll just make the eyes straight across from each other and make the points straight across from each other. They actually wrap around the head. You know, this point back here is way farther back than this point. Let's see. So when you worked on Infinity, no, I did not. I worked in the studio. It was done at Avalanche Studios here in Salt Lake City, Utah, downtown. So that was a studio that already existed that Disney came and purchased. Then we made, and I started working at that studio shortly after the purchase that Disney made. Yeah. So let's see. Are you talking about the Z-remesher brush that you can put? No, I'm not. So I'm so this is the Z-remesher brush right here. Right. That's just guides. That is not what I'm talking about, because that brush, I wish it was more predictable than it is. Z-remesher tries to follow it a bit, but what's even more predictable is if you actually use like this detail brush and you peek it out. Like you really pull this. This is really low res. It's super low res right now. It looks like this, but if it was a little higher res and then you use that detail brush to make peaks and valleys that are very extreme, then the Z-remesher will follow that peak because it's trying to follow, you know, the mesh around the underlying geometry, and that's kind of how you force it you predict where it's going to be by forcing it, and your mesh is going to look completely ugly for a little while until you get your Z-remeshed mesh to look good underneath, and then it works really good. So that's just kind of a new technique. Yeah, it's a detail brush. This right here. So these are my brushes down here, and this is my user interface. If you're interested in this, you can go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com and download my brushes and user interface for free. And it also comes with this ruler. See this ruler back here? And that helps you go back and forth between Maya and for 3D printing. So again, using polygroups as a guide, that works quite well, but it still is unpredictable. So it works when in certain situations, it works really well. If you have like a tube, like an arm, and you have a polygroup splitting at the wrist and the elbow and the shoulder, then you're going to get the lines exactly how you want. But as soon as you get into your hand and each segment of your finger is a polygroup, and this piece of your hand's a polygroup, and this piece is another, it's going to start to mess up and not give you nice geometry after that. So it's just okay when you use polygroups. So I use that on occasion, but I typically just use the peak and valley method. Works pretty good. So let's see. If ZBrush has a Vertex editing tools in the next release, yeah, it would be. Let's see, 3. Yeah, that's what I use, piano keys. What features would you like in the new release? I'm not sure what I would like. I would like Z-remesher to be a little more predictable. That would be nice. And if the UV tools were a little bit more robust, that'd be nice. Okay, I'm going to subdivide this a couple times, and then I'm going to Z-remesh it. Let's see. I keep forgetting it's in my menu up here. Hey John Doe, I have not. I've watched videos on it. It looks pretty cool. I've actually been using Maya's Quad Draw recently. So Quad Draw in 2018 in Maya is phenomenal. It's really good, and it works with mirroring. Go figure. Finally. Symmetry on slicing tools. Yep, that would be nice. But it's really, if you're not going to be using sub Ds, it's really easy to do a mirror and weld after you've clipped. It's just one extra step. But yeah, I agree with you. I wish I wish that worked a little better. Quad Draw is almost fun. It is. Do you think you'll ever stream any of your rendering workflow? I might. I could if enough people want me to. Okay, let's see. You know what? I think I have everything down. I'm gonna merge this together, but I'm gonna make her kind of a upper body first. Clippy. Speaking of clip curve, those are some round shoulders. Okay. Oh, script in Maya. Yeah, scripting in Maya is it's no walk in the park. It's pretty powerful, but a PBR shader for ZBrush. Oh yeah, that would be cool. Kind of like the substance stuff. Real shaders. Okay, I'm gonna combine this together with Dynamesh. Then we'll kind of see what Z-Remesh does to it. Because I want to start working this area out, and I don't really like what's going on. So let's go. I'm going to Dynamesh this low here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I need to be in geometry. Let's do 512 and see what where that gets us. Subdivide it a couple times. Boom. No. Bigger sliders? Like what, these little things? Do you not like the handles on these guys? Hey, what's up, Night Shadow? Okay, I'm gonna smooth out some of this stuff here. Let's crank up the intensity. What? I don't know that I've ever had a problem with the sliders, but I guess I can see what you're saying. I like my real estate. Oh, better shelling, like to make shells to hollow out stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, let me paint appropriate maps. Yeah, instead of poly painting, you mean? Like do actual texture work in here? Yeah, it's more of like, you know, the sculpting program and less of the texturing program. I think that was their intention. You know, they kind of react to creative sculpting. That's like their first goal, and then texturing and all that is number 2. The best way to get rid of those nasty Dynamesh artifacts. So I've changed my workflow to not really use Dynamesh that much. I'm using it here for just a moment, but I'm going to make the mesh ugly here for a second, because I'm going to start doing the Z-Remesh guides like this. So I want the guide, I want the Z-Remesh to follow this. So it's going to look ugly. And then it's going to follow the bottom of that nose. And then I want it to kind of follow in the ear. And then after I Z-Remesh it, I'm going to push the mouth in. So I might try something here. This is experiment. I'm just going to draw a circle and see if I can make it do a loop. Look at that thing. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to try some experimentation. See, this looks just like her. I'm done. I'm done. Okay. Sliders have a hidden precision mode? Are you talking about like these sliders right here? I guess I just don't. Yep, this is the next Twitter post. Done. Ship it. Okay, here we go. Poly count 4. You know what? I'm going to duplicate this before I do it. Remember, I'm doing the guides. Okay, Z-Remesh. Here we go. See what happens. All the sliders. Fish. Yep, this one's for you, fish. Carl's Jr. sliders. Let's see how good it follows those. All right. Let's check it. Hey, look at that. See? That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. It followed her fish lips. And then it followed this. See? That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. So now I can smooth that out. And it's too fast. Magic. It is magic. Now her mouth's all tiny. I just want it. Okay. And okay, the only reason I want the Z-Remesh mesh to follow that is because I like to work in dynamic subdivision mode now instead of Dynamesh mode, because it's much quicker to move the stuff around in this with the least dense mesh, right? So it's when you're if you've messed with Dynamesh much, then you know that it's kind of difficult to make large movements without making it all lumpy. Well, if you have a low resolution mesh, it's really easy to make large movements and keep it all smooth. So I'm also going to push these eye sockets way in. Transparent. This is another trick too, to get loops around the eyes, even more than I have thus far, is just push those right into the head, creating another change of direction. And remember, Z-Remesher follows change of direction and peaks and valleys, so it's kind of a way. And then I'm gonna what? I have no idea what you just said. Yep, 3 weeks. 3 weeks or an hour. 2 hours. Okay. That's a lot of loops in there. A lot of loops. Okay. Now what I want to do is paint mask. Thanks, man. I like it. It works for me. See, then I can inverse that. Tap on the surface. Push it in. Except for my mask is too not soft. Need to sharpen it back up. Let's see. Okay. So what I did there is, if you hit Control W, it'll make a poly group out of whatever is masked. Looks like I have some. Let's try that again. There we go. Now what I can do is just smooth this out. These lips. Like I said, I'm just trying to get the geometry in here. Then I'm going to Z-Remesh it again to get the edge flow. Then I can use this detail brush and pop this out. Oh, come on. Just because I want a bigger change of direction. I can even subdivide it once to get even more. And make sure I have this, and because I don't want to lose it. Okay. There we go. I'm going to do it again. But in here, this is what I wanted to do. Is I can do this. And then, let's see, do I have it? Grow, no, that's grow mask. Okay, it's over here. Visibility, I need to get that on my list. And if I turn on double, you can see the interior of the mouth. Grow, grow. There we go. There we grow. So now what I can do is I can inflate this, but since it's on the interior of the mouth, I want to use the inverse of inflate, because if I use the regular brush, see, it collapses in on itself. So I need to hold down Alt and blow it up. So this is the interior of the mouth right now. And I don't really care that much what it looks like. I just want it to kind of just go bigger, you know? Oh, thanks. Also, you'll notice on that page that I have to plug it. My 3D character workshop is open for winter enrollment right now, and it closes this Sunday at midnight. So if you're interested, please sign up. I'll see you in there. Draw shed 4. Okay, Z remesh this. I'm gonna crank up the. Whoops. Crank it up to 5. Let's see what this does. There we go. All right. So that's looking pretty good. And we got some loops around the mouth now. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. That's all we need. So, Attentive Slug, so you started out as an animator? I have animated in the past. I was animating for about 5 years in my career, but I didn't start as an animator. I started as an everything. Because when you start, back when I started, I'm a grandpa now, so way back when I started, we had to do everything. So I had to do world building, animation, character modeling, rigging, and even mocap, all sorts of stuff. So we kind of did everything: texturing of the world, texturing the characters, the whole bit. And then we even came up with the move sets and the timing and the design and all that kind of stuff. That was really fun. Kind of missed those scrappy days. But I was an animator when I worked at Glyphics on Advent Rising, and I was an animator when I worked at Incognito. This kind of looks like Bat Boy from the Enquirer magazine. You guys ever see that? That kid that's all looks like Bat Boy. So what made me get into character sculpting? I just liked it the most. I kind of decided because I decided to get into it because it was just kind of what I was good at. So I gravitated towards it, and it was what I like to do in my off hours too. So I'm like, well, since I like to do this so much, I might as well like focus on it, you know? And that's when like focusing on something became more of a thing and less of an indie thing, you know? Okay, I'm just closing this mouth. With inflate. Inflate. Let's see. I'm missing. You guys are awesome with questions tonight. She looks like Skeeter from the cartoon Doug. Let's see. So Shane, you started out. Okay, so what made you get into character sculpting? Oh, you signed back up in December. It's been so busy. Oh, you'll get to it, man. There's some people that still have not done much with it, but kind of going through all the lessons and stuff, you know. Let's see, Ruth Cookie. Can I ask you for some advice as a noob? I was wondering what I should try to sculpt the first time or two to get used to ZBrush and learn how to begin to sculpt. I've watched quite a few tutorials, but I still don't feel comfortable enough to dive in. I've made some things in other packages, but that's with box modeling. Yeah, just... Yep, Steve James Girl, or that. Yeah, he has some beginner tutorials on ZBrush Central and in the Z Classroom that are really, really good. I think they cover, don't they cover ZBrush Core? Those some core tutorials that he did. I'm trying to remember. They're really good either way. But and then you can just try following along with one of my streams and just, you know, block out with primitive shapes. See how easy lips are? You get this. You just come in with a pinch brush and just pinch a crease on there. The bottom lip is usually shorter than the top lip, like left to right. And then this bottom lip is really flat now. Come in here and fatten it up. And then fatten it up down here. Let me switch to Zebra Gray so we can see what's going on. Let's see. How about being able to have true settings that stick on all restarts? There is Soda. There is a plugin that you can use that will allow you to freeze the settings like that, and you start it up every single time. I don't use it, so I can't remember the name of it, but there's one floating around on the internets. I can't remember what it's called. Let's see. Oh yeah, piano keys. Yep, that's kind of how I make them now. It's all a matter of getting the loops right underneath. But now they need to come out in the center because they're sinking too far into the head. Okay, now, and they're also flat. See that? You need to make sure they wrap around the teeth like this. Then you have to follow it up and kind of walk that smile line up the cheek. And let's start to get that pointy chin. She still looks like Bat Boy. It's funny. All right. Startup Master. Thanks, me. Okay, now let's start working on the eye shape here. Yeah, Startup Master, that's the plugin that allows you to kind of save your startup settings. But I've never used it, so use it at your own risk. Okay, I need to push this in. I'm gonna try, gosh. Nah. I was thinking about trying the eyelid technique where you chop up the eyeball, you duplicate the eyeball, chop it into a hemisphere, and then rearrange it, kind of like Danny Mac does. But I don't know. I'm too far now. I should have dynameshed or made that and then dynameshed it in, so. If I do it now, I'd have to dynamesh again and then Z-remesh it in because I need it to be part of the same mesh. So right now, I'm just gonna pull this down and then cut the eyelid into the top. Just gonna look how much that changes her expression. That looks like, okay, I gotta see. Nice. Totally, that's what I'm really sculpting. Okay, you see there's zero brows and there's no eyelids. So she looks like super weird right now. We're squarely in the valley of the suck at the moment. We're right in it. We're trudging through the valley, trying to find our way out. Okay. Yeah, 15 minutes ago. It's all changing. Okay. Kind of looks Asian. That's a horrible thing to say. But I'm not because of the eye shape, but because of how much eye meat is up here. So let's push that in. I instantly regretted it the moment I said it. When you gradually get drunk. Oh, funny. Okay, I obviously don't have enough geometry right there. You start pulling out these cheeks. Okay, and this needs to come way out. These lids need to go way in. Okay, that's when you know when to stop, is when the eyeball peeks through. Eye meat. It's a thing, man. It's something that my my art director at Avalanche would say. Needs more eye meat in this area. Okay. Now we can run a pinch along here. And along here. Smooth that out. I'm whispering it to myself as I do it. And then this will get, this pinch in the eye back here will kind of get overran by the eyelashes when they get in place. Valley of the Suck is from Ryan Kingsland. Yes, it is. That is that's his term, and I love it. Because there's no better way to describe what your model looks like. Oh, come on. Do not Google eye meat. I could have told you that, man. Jeez. Oh, that's funny. All right, let's get some brows in here. Okay. In this cheek. This is too strong. I mean, don't do it. Your save search is off. Berserker Rage. And that's funny that your name's Berserker Rage. Because I can see you. You're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Let's see. man, we got some crazy planes happening. Turn down this object shadow. Let's work on this nose a bit. Man, we are Valley of the Suck. How many folks Google's like me? ZBrush is a bit too doughy for. What do you? Oh, because just by pushing it around, a little too doughy. There are other programs that are way more doughy than this. But yes, I know what you're saying. Need to push this in. That's why my intensity is low. My intensity is too low. Everybody, I'm eat. Okay. This might be dangerous, but I'm to a point where I need to Z-remesh this thing because this pole is giving me grief. But it probably will mess up my creases. So I'm going to have to go back in and do some more crease stuff. But see how this is really messed up? Yeah, I need to fix it. So I'm going to try and duplicate it. I'm not going to try. I'm going to duplicate it. Then I'm going to apply this and then Z-remesh it. Patch it up and let me just get that Z model out here and patch it on up. I could, but this is not. It's not a poly modeling program really. So I have to redo it. Okay, Z-remeasure. Let's go 6. See how it does. It's probably gonna blow up. Nope, pros can't skip. Yep, piano keys. Yeah. The only time you can skip the Valley of the Suck is completely and just completely by accident. Absolutely by accident. Every single model goes through it at one point or another. Okay. Oh boy. Let's see. I'm still having pull issues. Oh man. Yeah, if it's only one pull, I know what you're saying, Nick. Like just like adding a cut in here. Yeah, I totally know what you're saying. Sorry, I thought you were being sarcastic there for a minute. Sorry. See, there's no context when I'm talking to you guys. All I hear is my own voice. So it's like I don't know if this guy's joking or not. But I know what you're saying. All right. I'm polishing. I'm just going to try and polish it out. See how far we can get with it. Yeah, you could, but it gets dangerous. Well, not really dangerous. It's just ZBrush doesn't want you to work that way, so it's better to it's just better to do it in other ways. Like I could just subdivide once like this and just get more geometry rather than Z-remeshing it. And then that's just as good as, you know, Z-remeshing it. As far as what I need it to do, it's just a little slower because it's more geometry. Okay, I really need to fix this. Driving me crazy. You make it do it. You son of... Make it bow to your will. Okay, it's being really slow. What's going on? I don't have any... I don't know. Too much. Too much. Okay. Reconstruct subdiv. I guess it doesn't want me to do that. It's Yoda's daughter. Dude, I have a Yoda right here. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that Yoda from last time? I have a life-size Yoda sitting up on my desk. My uncle gave it to me. He just didn't want it anymore. Alright, I just need to push this in and smooth it back out. Life size, I don't know. Life size Yoda. Movie replica, you know, of the size that Yoda was in the movie. Is that life size? Yeah, still not that big. True to life size, 3 feet tall. You guys want to see it? It's got derpy eyes. I want to repaint his eyes. Okay, I need to really fix these eyes. I don't know what it is about this scope, but it's really bugging. It's bugging me. I don't know if it's those eye shapes or just what. Something is driving me bonkers. More eye meat. That's too much forehead now. Sorry, I'm just focusing. Why? Gotta focus. Zone in. Get rid of these. Okay. I like the Infinity Yoda much better. So they made a life-size Infinity Yoda. I'm trying to remember where that lived. I think they took it to Comic-Con. I'm trying to remember. Man, that thing was cool. Yeah, it was about, 3 feet off the ground, but it was awesome. Okay, I'm just trying to get these cheeks to behave. Do behave, cheeks. That's a mess. That's a mess. Hey, what's up, Worth? I was just gonna show these guys my life-size Yoda. You want to see? Okay, let's see if I think my mic will stretch over there. Okay, hold on. Let me make the camera big. Ignore my mess. Here we go. Full cam. Okay. Oh man. I'm gonna drop him and he's gonna break and shatter into a million pieces. Look at this. Is that crazy? He's even got little hair in his ears and everything. There's my Yoda. All right. Now you've seen him. Yes. Oh man, you didn't believe me? It's life size, man. I'm telling you. Full on Yoda. But like I said, he's got kind of derpy eyes and it could be painted better. But who's to complain? Never know what's going to happen on the Sheen stream. Yodas. Derpy eyes like the the original first movie, totally. It's I don't know how legit that is, but ooh, that's starting to be better. Yes. Let's push this in. I think that's it. I think I found the magic sauce. Mm-hmm. Then more of a forehead here. Man, those cheeks are bugging the crap out of me. Those lumps. Get the lump out of here. I just smooth the heck out of it. Boom. It still doesn't want to smooth because of that pole. All right. Oh well. Moving on. Hey, Blans, what's up, man? Haven't seen you forever. Empty soda. Speaking of soda, I gotta drink some water. Ooh. Yep, he's got his little cane underneath there. Everything. You know what I'd love is to recast it and actually make it into a puppet that I can run. That'd be fun. That'd be all sorts of geeky. Right? What have you been up to, man? Blands? Haven't seen you around. Yeah, these right here. This is kind of messy business. Let's see what we can do. Knock those things down. I don't know. Gosh. It's the eye shapes really throwing me off. Because they're so like almond shaped eyes. I'm hoping when I get the eyelashes in there, it'll really help. I'm gonna run I hope not. Just one. There's only one of those. Let's push this in. That's looking a little better. Just a matter of tweaking. Man, this is a tweak fest. Welcome to Tweak Fest 2018. Yep. That reminds me of oh, I'm trying to remember the comedian. That super drab comedian. He always talks like this. Stephen Wright. You know Stephen Wright? He's like, I have the largest seashell collection in the world. I keep it scattered on the beaches of the world. That guy. No. That's a different thing. Different thing. Sometimes this looks good, sometimes not. That little tear duct thing. Now it's getting too complex. Simplify. Okay. Twerp Fest. Yes. That's Comic-Con. That's where I always go to, Twerp Fest. What are you up to, Worth? Doing cool things? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna start, whoa. Not that. Topology. Overwatch HQ. Oh, really? Why are you shouting? I know grass cards are exciting, but come on. Grass cards! All right, let's get some eyebrows and maybe just rough the hair in. I know. I picture Kermit the Frog going, ah, grass cards. Come on, grass cards are the best. Do you have any of the new skins from the Moon Fest or whatever the heck it's called? The Moon Festival. Okay, let's do it. I keep saying I'm going to do one thing and then I just get sidetracked. That's how it works. That's just what happens. Yeah, me too. I'm stuck. I'm playing Monster Hunter World. It's so much fun. Monster Hunter. Highly recommend that game. If you haven't played it. Reaper Crow skin? Really? Oh man. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. Let's see. I worked with Worth at... Worth is Mutated Jellyfish. I worked with him at Disney Interactive as well. Oh, come on. can't really tell what shape those eyebrows are taking, so I'm just going to make my own shape. Why not? Then I'll tweak it. Tweak fest. No, it's not. It's not. In my opinion, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But there are a few others that I like better. And most recently, I've been enjoying 3D or Maya's Quad Draw. Yeah, I don't know what happened to. Well, I don't really like to talk about other software because this is Pixelogic's stream, so I try to stick with ZBrush as much as I can. So, but if you want to know, just email me at shane.olson@3dcharacterworkshop.com and I'll tell you. All right, let's mess by intensity. No split. Yes. The red wax raid. It was awesome. Red wax. That's hard to say. It's like a tongue twister. Red wax. Is Ash streaming right now? Does anybody know? A cubed. It's like you peek up from eating your eating your sandwich. Did somebody say red wax? Yeah, I mean, there's even Blender, right? Blender's got a good retop. Modo, 3D Studio Max, all those, yeah. I have my favorites. And then, you know, and since Maya works with ZBrush in conjunction, I'm not afraid to talk about Maya a little bit. Okay. Let's auto group this SOB. Not auto group. Group by normals. Yeah. Mirror and weld. Yes. Crease by polygroup. But turn it down. Let's see. 2 and 3. Red reed wax. Yeah. Here's a super question. Can we download this model after you're done? Come on. Yes. Totally. It'll be there for you. All right. Oh, it's Mike May. What's up, old man? Hey, Mike, I got something for you. Hold on. Yeah. Here. It's a my wife gave me. It's a Werther's original. Here you go. Oh, that cracks me up. I don't know why. Werther's original, because Grandpa's hand out Werther's originals. That's why it's so funny. Oh man, congrats, Mike. So Mike's an old friend of mine, old friend of mine, and we just both became grandparents recently. Not from the same kid, but just, you know, we just happenstance. And they're both super cute kids. Thanks so much. The word, yeah, yeah. You need to get you a pocket of those. Come here, give me your, give me some words. I gotta work on my old man voice too. All right, let's get some eyelashes in here. Grandpops are G-man. I'm not sure. I like Gramps. Maybe. But Gramps is like, it's my dad. It's not me. But you know what that makes my dad is Great Gramps. That's crazy. Yeah, from Half-Life. Totally. Alright, I gotta save this. Don't forget to save. Alright, you taking off, Mike? Oh, thanks. Yeah, it lucked out big. Grand Biscuit. The Grand Poobah. Grand Biscuit is good. Alright, dude. Yeah, aren't you... Where are you at? What state? I always forget. Besides a state of unconsciousness soon. $11:33. Oh, that's early, man. Will I upload somewhere my cowboy? I will not. Sorry. I will finish it one day, but I do not make my models free. I'm sorry. They are assets with value. So I don't really... Oh, Pennsylvania, that's right, in Maryland. PA and Maryland. Nice. Nice, nice. Well, have a good night, dude. Yep. Get yourself some warm milk. All the jokes. Oh, man. Alright, take care. Thanks for stopping by. Don't fall down on your way to bed. Are you taking off too, Surfer? Alright, man. Take the chair left up. Got homework. Nice. I like to make eyelashes shaped like a wedge. So if I ever want to 3D print, it's ready to go. Because it's good to have, when you're going to do a 3D print, if you're going to have thin things, it's better to have them be thick where the connection point is, and then they go to thin. And that's even with capes and stuff like that too. Make capes be thick in the center so they can hold their own weight and balance, and then have them taper off to very thin on the edges, and that'll kind of give the appearance that the cape is thin and fragile, but in fact it's strong. Strong cape. Is the 408 transpose tool much better than the previous? Well, yeah, because it's it's the gizmo now, so it's not the transposed line anymore. So it's much better, in my opinion. It's great. Very, very welcome addition. Okay, I need to do the same thing. Group by normals. Mirror and weld. Crease, let's see. There we go. Yeah, Nick, it was. You know, once you got used to it, it wasn't too bad. But now that we've had the gizmo, yeah, it's good. It's good because it kind of gives you a visual of where the parts are going to bend from, which is pretty good. That's a thick eyelid. Not gonna lie. Let's get in here and crease it. It wasn't that bad. It was bad when you were coming from like Maya or something like that. Like, what is this? Once you got used to it, it's fine. It was alright. Alright, let's do the bottom eyelash now. Come on, grab. Gosh dang. Sometimes it just doesn't want to grab on. I'm only gonna go to like here. Yeah, it does have a front and a back, but yeah, you're right. You're like, which one is it? Split. Oh, what am I doing? Not topology. Drawing topology on this. Why not? Then this is going to kind of, placing it was a nightmare. Yeah, if you got your head in the, you know, if you thought about what you were doing, I usually thought about the thing like a wrench, and you're putting it on the spot in space that you want to rotate from. You don't necessarily need to have it centered in the volume of whatever you're trying to use it to, you know, to pose with. Once you get around that, because in Maya you typically want to have the gizmo located right in the center of the mass that you want to move. And with ZBrush it's not the case. So you just need to you know, figure it, as soon as you got that figured out, then it was much easier. For me anyway. Okay, let's get these to meet your neighbor. He's a fun guy. Okay, I need to do the whole thing over again. I need to make a macro that does this. So crease. Polygroup. First question, did you know the etymology of your name Olsen? I asked that because I have Olsen on my name too. Yes. So I'm about, let's see, I'm a 5th generation Swedish. So, so my, yeah, five down the line actually immigrated here from Sweden. So that's where the name comes from. And Olsen is Dutch, I believe. As far as I know. But I don't know about, that's just the last name, so I don't know about any of the, like my mom's side or any of that stuff. Nick, are you still going on about the transpose tool? You're like fuming over there. Urgh, transpose. Silly. Yeah, I guess I was forced to learn how to use it, so I had to. I had no choice. It's been 3 minutes. Okay, let's let's see. Do I have those in here? What the heck is this? VDM wrinkles. Oh yeah, that's right. I might try this. Time we got 9:43. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm just, dude. I'm just, I'm just messing with you. I have a time limit, and you've reached the time. Perfect. Skip to the hair. So, I'm gonna give myself something to draw on. Yes, I am. That's not the head. You like the design of just that strand? Okay. Okay. Plants. Oh, you know it. That's perfect, right? Perfect. So I'm just giving myself essentially a glob to draw the hair on. Glob. What thing? Yes. Marriage. It's the veil. Okay, let's try this. Let's try it. Perfect, right? Look at that. Mm-hmm. Let's see, I want it to come down here. I want to go like that. Okay. See if this is gonna work. No promises. Oh gosh. Oh, this is great. Perfect. All right, you know what? I'm using the Dylan brush. Dylan, where are you? D. Oh, is it not loaded? Come on, Dylan. Yep, hazmat suit with the face poking through. Hi, guys. Oh, man. I'll just try and deal with this. See if it'll work. What's it doing on the center? I guess I'll turn symmetry off and then I'll mirror it around. Okay. Commit that. Dang you, Dylan. You and your confounded hair clumps. Hey, Rob, what's up, man? The Rosar was pretty good. Not too bad. It was a little smaller than I would have liked, you know, to make, since I made the trip down just for that. It was a little on the small side as far as attendance. But it was fun. It was a good time. Lots of familiar faces. They did not. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's on their website. They didn't say. But they're showing off they have a new printer. That was pretty cool. Excuse me. And they had like a vacuum machine that would like suck the plastic down around the piece. What's that called? It was pretty cool. Yeah, Ruth Cookie. Thanks for dropping by, man. Thank you so much. There we go. That's kind of what I want, actually. Bigger strands in the back. So the trick with curves is you can draw them small, this, and then come out here where it's red, make your brush bigger, and then tap on that surface. It'll make them bigger. Looks like an Egyptian. I wonder if I can pull down. Probably not, because it's going to stick to the head. Okay. Did you have a chance to see a print piece with the fuse? Yeah, no. Okay, for character work, the Form 2 is still better. But for industrial use, the new fuse is really cool because the build not the quality, like the strength of it is a lot more solid, but it kind of feels like it's made of kind of recycled tires. If I were to kind of come up with something that it feels like, it's very kind of black powdery. What's up, Sean? Oh, thanks, man. It's still, the hair is still horrible. Hairable. I think I'm going to be wrapping it up pretty soon. I might figure out the hair, and then maybe we'll do a hair hair stream next Tuesday after I figure out what I'm doing here. Hair stream. Because I'm used to using Dylan's brushes. These are the XM brushes. These are intended to run a whole bunch of tighter hairs down the length of these. That's why they're green and yellow polygons, because the intention is to lay in these big strands like this, and then you frame the curves around them, and then you send a whole bunch of hair down the length of them. So it's all of a sudden it becomes very detailed hair with less effort, but yet they all kind of flow in the same direction. I'm trying to figure this out here. Let's see. I love placing these one by one. What method? Yeah, the XM method. So if you watch their, I think they have a video, a YouTube video showing how they do it. It's great not to have supports. Lots of time removing and sanding them with a Form 2. Yeah, supports don't bug me too much. I'm trying to think of how you find them on Gumroad. So these are on Gumroad, the XM brushes. I'm gonna pull this out and kind of make it twist back and then hook in. Oh, XMD Toolbox? I don't know what that is. Oh, no, they're not XMD brushes. They're XM Studio. So that's different. XMD is different. XM Studios, they only have these hair brushes. And they make collectibles, kind of like Sideshow does. And they gave a talk at the last ZBrush Summit last year. They explained how they use their brushes to make their hair. I think they're from Hong Kong? Can't remember. They're from China. Yeah, XM Toolbox. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, this is different crew, different group. Yeah, why not both? I don't have a link to these brushes. So all the brushes down here are my brushes, and they are on 3dcharacterworkshop.com if you're interested in those, along with this user interface. But these XM brushes they're on Gumroad. I do not have the link right at the moment. DM Studio brush? Oh, is it DM? No, am I saying XM and it's DM? I'm a dummy. Sorry. Thanks, Soda Brusher. Oh, jeez. Okay. I gotta figure this hair out offline. It's driving me crazy. It's kind of hard to focus on it and work it out while I'm talking. So. But I'll figure it out, and then I'll stream some hair maybe next week. That'd be cool. Maybe behind the ear with this one. Wrap it around. Your typo error? Okay. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know if you guys... Hey, Mike Black comes through. Thanks, Mike. Bam, there it is. Yeah, so the mag hair clump, and the hair detail. So you basically lay down the first strips, like I'm doing here. Then you follow it up with the other brush after you've done a frame mesh, and it will run those tighter hairs down the length of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, no worries, Soda. Thanks, though. All right. All right, so we are going to, like I said, I'll finish this up next week. This will be a two-parter. With these heads, I've been trying to make them a one-parter, but this will have to be a two-parter because I don't think I can get that hair done in another hour if I streamed another hour. Plus, I got some stuffs I got to do. Yeah, it's really cool. And that comes with a video. So if you grab those brushes, it comes with a video, and they show you how they use it. Super cool. A lot of detail in a short amount of time. So anyway, you have a work in progress. It's not for class, but I was wondering if you can take a look at the pose and see if it's okay to exaggerated. It's for print, so you want to cut down print materials. Yeah, if it's thick enough, you can hollow it out to reduce print materials. And then it all depends on how tall it is, and how much volume it'll use. If you're using a Form 2, the software, I believe, will tell you how much material it's going to use. And then I actually use a piece of software from Autodesk called Mesh Mixer to hollow stuff out. And it's really good at doing shells, and then you can actually put the drain holes in there along with it. It works out pretty nice. So, yep. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up tonight. But thanks everybody for catching up with me on this Tuesday night. My course is only open until Sunday at midnight. So this time next week, my course will be closed for enrollment for a while. So if you're interested in hopping in the course with us, it's over at 3dcharacterworkshop.com. Let me give you a link to everybody's. Yeah, thanks, Mike. And you can watch that Q&A session right on the front page. If you're interested in the course, I tell you all about it. That's like an hour and 20-minute thing that I did to launch this winter enrollment off. And there's a button below it that says take me to the enrollment page. And then if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's I have a one payment plan, and then I have a one full price. So if you're interested in that, it's open till Sunday at midnight, like I said. And if you're just interested in this user interface, these brushes, and my ruler file, if you scroll down a little more on the page, you can see where it says sign up for the newsletter. That is where you get my free brushes user interface and ruler. So, yep. Thanks, guys. Yeah, thanks for chiming in and saying that you like the course. It's been a blast, and the new community. So I moved the community recently over to a Google Plus community where it's all visual, and it's super cool. I'm loving how that's working out. Let me see if it's. I was going to show you guys. You guys want to see it really fast? Communities. Okay. So here's kind of some work of some of the students. I have a challenge going on right now to do some models from Luigi Lucarelli. That's kind of the goal of the students, and you can just kind of see some of the student work in here. Really cool. And some of the blockouts. Fantastic. Anyway, I couldn't be happier with all that. So awesome. So anyway, thanks, guys. Yeah, there's the brushes for XM Studio. And like I said, if you want to learn how to use those, there's a free video that comes with it. So, but thank you very much for spending your Tuesday night with me, and we'll catch you next week. There is a chance that I might not be streaming one of the days this month, and I'll I'll push it off and to another day so you guys can catch me. I might do it in the morning for some of the European people. They always complain that they can't watch me because it's their nighttime right now. So maybe I'll try and stream earlier in the day sometime. So anyway, thanks guys. Have a good night, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.